The Alpha Sessions.
Hello, this is Alpha Sessions. My name's Sarah Gargano. I'll be interviewing Lia Rye today.
Hello.
I'm so excited.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Usually I'm on the other end of this. I'm also a musician, so this is really fun for me to be able to talk to a fellow musician and hear about your process and journey. First off, you released your first single when you were 15, right?
Yes, I did.
That's incredible.
Thank you.
What even led to that?
Right, so before Lia Rye properly took off, I made an Instagram page and I just posted song covers and things. And through using hashtags and stuff, a promoter reached out to me. They said, "Hey, are you interested in doing like some gigs in London?" And I said, "Okay, cool." So they gave me a gig at the O2 Academy, Islington. So yeah, I was 15, just on my little Instagram page doing song covers with like 100 followers, 200 followers, and I agreed to it. And I asked some of my friends at school. I said, "Hey, do you guys want to help me with this gig?" And they said, "Yeah, sure." So whilst thinking about kind of the rehearsals for that, I thought, you know what, before the gig I could actually release a single. And the song Novocaine, I wrote it when I was 12 and I loved that song so much, and I thought, yeah, this has to be the first thing that I put out. So I asked those same friends, I said, "Hey, do you want to come to the studio with me so we can like record this song of mine?" And they agreed. So we all went down to the studio, 8-hour day, we got the song recorded, like live drums, everything was live in that song. And yeah, it was all recorded, mixed, mastered, and that was done in December of 2019, and I released Novocaine in January 2020, so about 3 weeks before my first show. And yeah, it did quite well as a small artist, as a 15-year-old releasing my first single. It did.
And now you're 18.
Yeah.
And you've released your first EP quite recently.
Yes.
How do you feel about that? Are you excited?
Gosh, like, it's been something which I don't really know if it's been something which I wanted to do for a long time. It just felt like a natural progression, because I released that first song, and during lockdown and stuff I was kind of thinking about what I could do next, since I couldn't really do live shows. So then I just started thinking about, well, I've got this many songs that I've written over the past few years. Let's see what I can do with them. So I picked out a few of them, and I thought, yeah, I might as well just make a project out of them. So yeah, I found a studio space, and they helped me record the project, and I released it. So I guess I was so proud of myself when I released it this year, because it has been absolutely crazy. The task was huge for me to release it this year, and I did it all by myself essentially. So yeah, I was really excited to get it out there. Then I felt kind of overwhelmed because a lot was going on during this time, and now I just feel proud of myself that it's out there and I can have a little break, chill time now. Yeah.
It's very impressive, especially with how young you are, that you're just able to be such a self-starter.
Thanks.
Do you have a favorite song from the EP?
Fever Dream. It's the title song of the EP, but it's my favourite one. It's the most recent one too, and I just love the way that it sounds, and like the instrumentation and the composition. I love it so much. It's kind of the direction I want to go in.
Yeah.
For my future projects, like kind of closer to that. Yeah.
How would you describe your sound, or the direction that you do want to go in?
I describe it as eclectic. It's like just like a mix of stuff, because if anyone wants to take a listen to Fever Dream, it is very alternative. So I describe myself as an alternative pop/rock artist, but Fever Dream is kind of within the alternative genre in itself. So my future stuff will be a mix of alternative, but also leaning heavily into the indie rock side of things, which I'm really excited to get into, because I think that overall this project was quite kind of poppy, but kind of rocky, but the future stuff is more alternative and more rocky based.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have favorite artists that have influenced your style?
This is always a hard question, because I'm not sure if it's like I'm being influenced as such in what I do. I just think it's like I've listened to this array of artists, and they've kind of shaped my musical world and understanding of how I see music. So, for example, Florence and the Machine, I absolutely love their stuff, like their new EP. Not even EP, album, sorry. It's
I've heard good things about it.
It's absolutely incredible. I'm obsessed. And I used to also listen to like a lot of alt rock bands, so like Bring Me the Horizon. I was a big Halsey fan too. Lord, kind of like the alt indie rock space. That's what I listen to, and those are the artists which shaped my musical world.
It came and stuck to me, and there I saw the seas would rise and gates will fall. But the faster it goes, the more blood it becomes, and I can't see. The faster it goes, the more my heart races for those times to come to me. I remember when there were no horror cuts in my mind. Time moved by slower, but now it flashes before me. And the faster it goes, the more blood it becomes, and I can't see. The faster it goes, the more my heart races for those times to come to me. If I could control the habits of my heart, I'd lock them right away. If I could control the mistakes that I made, they never see the day. I remember when it was all easier, when my kingdom came, but it was all locked away. And the faster it goes, the more blood it becomes, and I can't see. The faster it goes, the more my heart races, and I've lost my grip on me. If I could control the habits of my heart, I'd lock them right away. If I could control the mistakes that I made, they never see the day. I'll never be where you want me to be. I'll never be where you want me to be. I'll never be. Oh, I'll never be where you want me to be. I'll never be. I'll never be where you want me to be. If I could control the mistakes that I made, they never see the day. If I could control the habits of my heart, I lock
The Alpha Sessions.
Are all the songs on the EP written when you were 12?
So the songs are ranging from 12, which is Novocaine, to 17, which is Fever Dream. So Habits, One Track Way were written when I was like 14, 13, one of those two. And Blue Midnight was written when I was 16, I think, yeah. And so most of them, two of them came out of school projects. So I had an assignment for school, and I thought, okay, cool, I'll write this.
I was gonna ask, what was the moment that you actually picked up a pen or a laptop or whatever and decided, I want to start writing songs?
Well, I started writing songs when I was 8. So I wrote my first song when I was 8. I would still release my first song that I wrote.
Really?
I actually think I can turn it into something really cool, because you're kind of seeing this re-emergence of the pop rock kind of style, which is coming back into mainstream, which I'm really, really excited for. And that song fits perfectly into it. So I'll have a think. 8-year-old me will probably be very happy if I do that. But I think it'd be really cool. So yeah, I started off at 8. I think the majority of my writing was from about 12 to 14, because I have quite a lot of songs that are just lying there. Some are quite good. So yeah, in terms of my future projects, I'm kind of thinking of releasing older song as well, so because that will fit into what I want to do next. So yeah, I write now, but it's more like, if I think that something's good with what I've written before, then there's no need for me to waste it, in a sense. So yeah, and actually I first started writing, in a sense, like what made me pick up a pen is in primary school. I had a friend of mine, and she wrote a song, and I said, you know what, I can write a song too. So I decided to write a song. So maybe it's a bit of competition, but here I am now. So
when you were 8, that's apparently you and your friends are all very motivated. I'm very impressed. Very impressed. And do you also play bass?
Yeah. I started learning bass maybe over a year ago now. That also came from a school kind of project in sixth form. Year 12, we were rehearsing for a school show, and it was going to be live streamed. It was going to be the first ever live streamed show because COVID and all of that. And I was in a group, but no one in my group could play bass. I couldn't play bass either. I just decided, you know what, I'll try. So there's earlier videos of me plucking so awkwardly, because I had never held a bass before. I didn't know what to do with the instrument, and a few weeks later I was up on stage playing the bass parts.
I guess we all have to do a school play to be motivated to learn instruments.
Like take the opportunity, because I had no idea how to play it before, and I just said, you know what, fine, I'll learn. And
how were you writing your music before you learned an instrument?
I have a keyboard, so I can dabble in keys. If I need to accompany myself, I can, but I'm not a big fan of playing keys. So it's either, and before my keyboard, I would literally just make up melodies, record them, and write them down. So that's how I used to write my songs, either with my keyboard first or just melodies and write them down. But I kind of found that with melodies, you kind of get in a box, in a sense, in your own mind, because you kind of come up with the same thing over and over again. And I think that having an instrument and having the range in front of you, you can kind of pick, okay, here's where I want to start, and you build from there.
Midnight and my feet are getting cold. Used to worry about your feelings feelings, guess that nothing's changed at all. And anyway, for harder is all I've ever known. My will pre-made, paper thin, never even left the moment night. And there's no one at my door. Oh no, indents on my skin, don't know where I've been lying on the floor. Can't reach the big bowl, machine not kicking in. Oh no, indents on my skin, don't know where I've been lying on the floor. Can't reach the peephole and I'm caving in. The depth of this cold car shelters me now. A remedy to put myself when I get down. No sympathy in my goodbye. I need to leave this town, but I'm lost in this blue midnight. Midnight, and I'm searching through the night. Been down this road before, but something just don't look too right. I'm so conflicted, can't decide what's really in my mind. You look in my eyes, hypnotized, cause it past those battle lines. Midnight, and my bed was made overnight. The depth of this cold car shelters me now. A remedy to put myself when I get down. No sympathy in my goodbye. I need to leave this town, but I'm lost in this blue midnight. Oh, the depth of this cold car shelters me now. A remedy to put myself when I get down. No sympathy in my goodbye. I need to leave this town, but I'm lost in this blue midnight. There's no sympathy in my goodbye. I need to leave this town, but I'm lost in this blue midnight.
The Alpha Sessions.
Do you have a gig you've done that's been your favorite gig?
Oh, it was in Waterloo at 26 Leek Street. I really, really loved that gig. Like, there was so much support there, and I usually find gigs quite stressful, so in terms of the rehearsals, organising everything, and yeah, but on the night I had a really good time. All my friends were there, people came up to support. It was the other acts that were there on the night were so lovely too, so that's been my favourite gig. I did that back in February.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
It's the band stuff is where it gets stressful when you have to get everyone together. Yeah. But I do love it though, because having my music with a live band, I feel like my music works really well with live instruments, and I love arranging it, and I think I will do some live band stuff soon enough. It's just that I kind of need to, I'm taking a bit of a chill break right now after all the work that's gone into the EP and promoting it and whatnot. So yeah, I'm really excited because, like I said, more rock stuff in the future and having that with a band. I'm really, really excited to imagine that. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite form of social media that you use?
Instagram. Yes, I will support Instagram always and forever. Sorry, TikTok, it's not entirely for me, but Instagram has honestly been the catalyst for what I do, because that first show at the O2 Islington, I would not have gotten it without Instagram. All of the opportunities that I've gotten have been through people emailing me through my Instagram profile. So that has been such an important platform, and it also helps you to build connections too with your audience, and I love it. It's great. Amazing.
You do have a lovely Instagram.
Thank you. I try. I really am into the aesthetics, but
how can you not be? Yeah. You do a good job. Do you have an artist that would be a dream artist to collaborate with or to play a gig with?
I don't know.
You don't have to. It could just be you.
I don't know. At this point, I'm not quite sure, because as weird as it sounds, music has always been an individual thing for me. Like, I don't know. I would say that an artist that's kind of inspired me in terms of their performance is Lady Gaga. She is an absolutely amazing performer, but I feel like beyond me looking at people who I see as a good example in terms of the charisma and stuff, I'm not quite sure musically who I would collaborate with, but you know, it'll come up. I'll think of something eventually. Yeah. But yeah, it'll always
just
kind of
come to you.
Yeah. It's kind of been me, myself, and I right now, just thinking about my musical world. But yeah, it will come to me at some point.
What else is coming next for you with your music?
Like I kind of have mentioned a bit, the more rocky side. Like, I have a protest song which I wrote also as part of a school project. I went to music school, so that's why I've kind of got all these songs from projects and stuff. You know, you're kind of in school and you think, oh, it's another songwriting project, but it turned out good, so I'm not mad about it. And I've played that song live a few times and people really, really like it. So my next step is recording that properly and releasing it and doing all the promo for it, because it's kind of going to be a new look in a sense for me and going into a new era. So I am super duper excited to record and release that properly. Yeah.
What was going to music school like?
Absolutely insane. It is, wow. I went there for 4 years. I finished now, and I have learnt so much, and I have met such talented people that push me every day. Like, I'll see someone post something and I'm like, okay, time to work harder, because all of these people are doing this. I know comparison isn't great. That's, like, you know the saying, people say comparison is the thief of joy, and that's true. But I feel like when you're around people that are motivated and doing what they want to do and working hard towards their goals, it also puts you in that mindset. And you know, that whole thing of you are who you surround yourself with, and if you surround yourself with people who are like that, it is a huge help. So just having my peers doing so well for themselves, I'm like, yeah, come on, let's go, we gotta keep going. So yeah,
sometimes comparison is good.
Yeah, sometimes it is good, but there's like levels to it, and you need to know what's good for yourself in terms of how far you take it. Yeah.
It seems like you're balancing all of that well, though.
Yes.
Has growing up in London influenced your music?
Ooh. I'm actually going to say no, because if you look at the London music scene right now, in terms of how I kind of see things, it's a lot of like R&B, rap, drill, like soul, jazz. And in terms of those genres, absolutely amazing. But I feel like I kind of got my musical influence from the internet. Literally. It hasn't been from around my surroundings. Like, I was on YouTube from a young age, and I used to be a video editor. So I used to make edits of things, and that's how I got into discovering my music taste. So yeah, the internet, huge part of my musical influence, not really my physical surroundings.
Yeah.
So, but I think that's not as exclusive anymore, because I feel like a lot of people can understand and relate to finding their music online.
Do you still make YouTube videos?
No, I don't. I stopped that. When I was like 13, I think. Yeah. No time. I'm being a musician now.
You're doing a lot. Do you have any advice for starting off young musicians?
I'd say write a lot. Have a bank of music and understand what your sound is and what you want to do, But I haven't particularly gotten to this point yet. Well, there's been one encounter where it's been like, but in general, I haven't gotten to the point where people are saying, I think that you should do this, or this is what's going on right now, so you should be in this genre and whatever. I think that if you're starting out, understand what you want to do within yourself and not take into consideration what other people think, because at the end of the day, you're the artist, it's your artistry, and whilst you can have a team around you that can help you out, ultimately it's your music. So yeah, have a bank of songs, know what you want to do musically, and that can include experimentation. It doesn't have to be like, I've done this one song, so I have to stick to this forever. No, like, you can experiment, do whatever. So, and kind of said this already, but don't compare yourself too much, because you are you, and sure, there's a lot of the same in the industry right now, and if you want to do that, then cool. If you want to do something different, then cool. So it's all fine. So yeah, have a bank of songs, know what you want to do, and don't compare yourself too much to others.
You're very wise and grounded.
Thank you. I try. I try.
Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram, YouTube. Just do a quick Google search, Lia Rye, Lia Rye, and everything will come up, from articles, videos. It'll all come up on YouTube. And if you just want to follow my Instagram directly, it's lia.rye.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I've had a great time. Thank you so much.
Likewise. It's been so good to talk to you.
I've been waiting, yes, I've been waiting. Where else can I go? How much to give and how much to take? I need to know. But what if it just gets too much? What if I can't give you all? What if it just gets too much? What if I can't give you all? I've been watching, yes, I've been watching figures in the dark circle around me. Oh, I did have to get this far, but what if that's just how it goes? The street lights flicker and my feet running to my home that I can't see. All I need is you guiding me. I'm running in my mind while you just keep holding me, 'cause you're my Novocaine. You ease the pain. The glass it shatters, then I awake from my slumber. The smoke is rising, I gotta keep fighting, but I can't let go. But what if the arrows come for me? Would I be pissed at the hard ground? Body and soul, they can't compete, 'cause I know it's just what I need. I'm running in my mind while you just keep